up?
Yo, we got 21 people here.
Welcome. Hi.
Yo.
Sorry.
Bienvenue.
Everyone control yourself. Control yourselves.
Really hard.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Let me just switch the thing over here for just a second. Yes, hello. Welcome back to Fate's End, a Dungeons & Dragons homebrew game driven by Fate. I will be your tail weaver for the evening. Let's get into our announcements real quick, before we get too serious here. First off, the airship map, of course, that we are currently using and will be seen just very briefly in this episode tonight of the Aerisolant is by Peku. They make gorgeous digitally painted maps, and you can support them and get these maps for yourself at patreon.com/znpeku. That's CZEPEKU, and I'm going to drop them in chat just so everyone, if you want to check them out, that you could. There they are. Back to my announcements. We also want to shout out to Tabletop Audio at tabletopaudio.com for the ambience. We use some of their ambience in our shows as well. All of the audio on tabletopaudio.com is completely free, amazing. You can use them in your own games, but also please consider supporting Tim on Patreon so he can continue to make amazing sound sets. And of course, we support him on Patreon and encourage you to do so as well. And that is Command TA. Shout out to Sirenscape for the ambient sounds music as well. We use their online player, and we use their sounds from time to time as well. My goodness. And then, of course, remember, our Discord is available to all of our community members. That is Command Discord. So come join us, hang out with the cast and crew from all of our shows. Happy Loot Week, everyone! You know what Loot Week means? It means that we are going to be giving away things all week long, yes. Today, we're going to be giving away this beautiful cherry dice vault. Danny, what is the clickety-clacking on your desk?
I have all of these dice, Lauren, and I don't know what to do with them.
You don't know what to do with them?
I don't know what to do with them.
Well,
there's so many of them.
Too much dice, not enough space.
Yes,
too
exactly.
much dice and not enough space.
Too much.
Well, let me share with you this little beautiful dice vault right here by 9 Realms Gaming. Built from the finest woods that this realm has to offer. Smooth, slender, sleek, gorgeous. Look at the honeycomb.
Where can I find one of those?
At 9realmsgaming.com. Look at it. Love it. You see all those dice? Look at where they're supposed to go. In a home. A nestling home. Seven.
Right.
7. And guess what? They're the perfect size.
All the dice and all the space.
But not only that. If you use our code LYRE10, that's... I'm sorry. LYRE 10. Oh wait, 10. 10. You'll get 10% off your purchase. 10% off your purchase, and you'll have this beautiful, sensual dice vault made from the finest woods for your own clickety clacks.
I need 20 of them.
Log in today.
All right. So yes, we're about to launch that giveaway here in just a moment. I'll go ahead and launch now. If you want to enter, it's going to be you're going to use the command loot. When it goes live, you'll see a little notification in chat saying that it is live. You're going to use command loot to enter. You must be a follower to enter. Just a reminder. I'm going to start that giveaway now. There we go. And yes, you must be a follower. Enter, use command loot. We will announce the winner at the end of the break. So go ahead and get entering. In addition, happy Pride Month, everyone. Well, Pride Month Eve. We're kind of celebrating it a little bit early since it's the 31st. And if you notice in chat, there's been a change to one of our emotes. And during the entire month of June, our snonk heart emoji has been altered in honor of Pride Month. So we hope that everyone enjoys that, playing with that emote, and of course, happy Pride Month. So have fun with that. Oh yes, unfortunately, no shows next week. Starting this Friday, we will not be having a short rest, but then we will also be taking a very much needed break for the entire cast and crew. We're going to be taking a break, and we will see you back. It's going to be from June 4th through the 11th, and we'll be back with Fate's End on June 14th. So yes, we're gonna take a little break, a little breather, and we'll see you all back on the 14th. I think that's it. I think those were the main announcements here. Oh. Don't forget to contribute those Snonky scrolls. The scrolls for the Snonk card in chat.
Snonky scrolls. No. Snonky scrolls are good. Let's go with that.
If you contribute your scrolls in the chat, we are currently in a community challenge to bring a Snonk tarot card into existence from our Fate's End show. So make sure to contribute your scrolls, and you can earn scrolls just by watching. So yeah. You can also use Command Socials and Command Faithcast to follow all of the social medias for Ink&Lyre, and as well follow all of the cast members of Fate's End. Outside of that, tonight Samson is going to be recapping the last episode for us. So with that, the time has come. Let's draw our cards for tonight's episode of Fate's End.
Oi, thought I might find you here. Are you as ready to get off the ship as I am? I think we all are now. What was that? You want to know what happened up in the tower? Well, if you'll pass on that room this way, I'll be happy to tell you. First, we all had to get on the same page about killing Ramirez. Most of us agreed she didn't have to die, but others seemed to be reading from a different scripture.
Breeze does not look so torn and sad when she's looking at all these faces. She's gonna take a breath. If you would like, I can have the conversation with her and tell her what needs to be done. This is something, it was one of my duties at the temple. But if we need to take a moment, I completely understand.
We're not killing her.
I'm sorry?
We had to do something, though, about the 7 side of Ray. Finn made that clear, but Aroria and Luden were a bit apprehensive.
So many people have died already, we don't want to just add to the pile.
I feel like I understand that we have to kill the 7, and it keeps coming back to this, but guys, we still have to live in the world after we kill the 7.
We still have to live with ourselves.
Hopefully.
Guys, love to point out, I'm pretty young. I want to look at the rest of my life after we finish this thing in a year or 2 and just be sad all the time because of all the decisions that we made. I don't want to be hated by the rest of the world.
They said that it was a choice. They said that there were 3 choices. But it was never a choice, and we never had one. It was always a question that needed an answer. That question was just very simple. When?
We can choose to end her life, or we can choose to extend her time, right? That's what they said.
Think so. I mean, I think whatever this thing is, it's clearly very parasitic in nature, right? So it's always attached to something. I don't think there's any way to get rid of a parasite like this without getting rid of the host. And so I think at the end of the day, this isn't a question of, if we kill her or if, they do whatever they want. I think this is a question of when, not if.
I don't know about you, but I'm not really interested in other people deciding when I should die. And we all saw it that way. So we went back to the 3rd floor to talk with Ray. Ray looked a lot better when we got back to the 3rd floor. It was like the 7 was dormant once again.
You see the vein, like roots retract from that stained glass window back up into Rhaenyra's skin. And Rhaenyra lays asleep. Her breathing seems less labored now. She takes a deeper breath as her head moves to the other side, shifting in place. And the mink flinches as if the movement took it by surprise, its tail moving and whipping around excitedly. It stretches out atop her chest, sniffing at her nose. You see the veins around her face very slowly begin to recede. Back to her chest, into dormancy once more.
We had to tell her everything. About the Seven, the apocalypse, our mission, Revenir, all of it. Ray wasn't ready to pay the price for the world. But Uri was.
Your memories. They said that one of us could take it from you. And he will slowly reach out and grab her hand with both of his and put her hand in his and he'll say, you have dealt with this your entire life. You've sacrificed time with your friends, your family, your loved ones. And I'm not sure I have many people left. I'll take on this burden for you.
He took it from her. He took one of the Seven from Ray and offered himself to it. It was short-sighted, misguided, and the stupidest thing Uri's ever done. But it just might be the bravest.
The veins and the tendrils that are on Rhaenyra's arms begin to slither down her palm and down her fingers, and they kind of like pop up a little bit and then almost jump over onto Urimir's hands, his metal one and his flesh one, and they begin to slither up, and as they do, Urimir kind of like, he winces at the pain as he feels this new entity entering into him, and even around his metal arm, the copper and metal tubing, it just slithers through his metal arm and then up onto his flesh, and it's a lot more than he thought it would be. Like it just keeps coming, and it keeps coming, and to the point where his arms are almost completely black as he's standing there, and a couple of tears start to stream down from his eyes from the pain that he's feeling, taking on just all of this. And as the tendrils kind of like, they slide up underneath his clothes and up on his chest, and you see them come up through his neck and just like through his like underneath his skin, and you like the jugular vein, you just feel it, you see it pulsating as this, it's almost like an irregular heartbeat as it's pulsating up through him, and it comes up, and his eyes are usually all black, they don't have any pupils, and the veins as they wrap around his face, they like go into his eyes, into the black pools of his eyes, and just seep down into him, and he just stands there, and he kind of retches a little bit, and he coughs up a little blood as the Seven enters into him, and this goes on for a couple of seconds as the Seven finds its new home inside of Urimir, and then finally the last of the tendrils jumps over from Rhaenyra and slithers its way up and into his eye, and creeps back down his neck, and just kind of settles into his chest. And as the last tendril does, he lets go and just falls down, just collapses.
I couldn't believe it. How could he do this to us? Leave. Not want to be a part of all this. To be gone. Sacrifice himself. But Prayaria had some insight on it.
Why do you think? To him, he's just done the worst thing he could ever think of anyone having to do. And here, he had a chance to do the best thing anyone has ever done for her. He's a good person. And the guilty one.
This price is too high. You shouldn't overpay your debts.
It's hard to feel that way when you are the one in debt. All I know is that my friend feels good. And he hasn't in so long. I'm happy for him.
Uri took us all by surprise. We took a couple days for him to recover and for us to get our heads on straight. I think we all need a day of rest. On the last day, Ray had plenty to offer us. Gold, paint, potions, wands, eternal damnation, books. Uri and Ray seemed to be on close terms when all was said and done though. But I wasn't exactly ready to see her again anytime soon.
I want to thank you for all your gifts. And I hope that you leave here and you enjoy the new world. The world out there is very nice and very kind. And I hope that you enjoy it a great deal. I would ask wholeheartedly, with everything that I am, that you never come back here again. And you're not going to be here when he goes. Because I'm going to be here when he goes. And we are. Because we're his friends. And you're not.
So that was that. Came back to the Aerisolant to set sail. That's the reason I spoke with Aria about our next destination.
Yes, essentially what Samson is asking is, are we going to continue our business relationship, or do you think it's best to part ways in Sable? We of course would adore spending more time with you and your crew. You've been most hospitable to us, and we've learned much, but must our paths diverge?
Well, we do want to continue to search the skies. There's much to be explored. I do know that is something that Grom is very interested in. However, you have been wonderful crewmates, and should you need a ride and us be in the area, we would love to oblige.
We decided to head to the Dusty Anchor. An inn in the desert on the way to Sable. And that's where we're headed now. I suppose we'll be looking for Uri's dad next. Maybe we'll find him before he's dead. Hey, you're kind of over there by Luden's room. Did you hear that commotion over there last night?
You feel yourself being dragged to the center of the room, pulled through the floorboards, down, and you fall. And you can't see anything, but it feels as if you're falling through the webs of spiders. It sticks to your skin, and it builds as you fall, wrapping around your head, your arms, your legs. You feel your body begin to suffocate almost. This frantic need to breathe, and the darkness smothers you. And you hear a chorus of whispers, the same voice, over and over again.
Follow me, find me, follow me, find me, find me.
You're right. Probably nothing. It's not like Luden's got anything to hide. Oh, I'm so ready to get off this boat and see what happens next time on Fate's End.
Alrighty.
We
What
back.
are you guys? We return. We jump back in as the Aerisolant has just crashed through the waves of the sea, landing in the water of the Luristia Ocean. And this is by far the grandest port you have all ever seen. The largest of all gateways of trade between Aroria and Acacia. The Aerisolant nears an open dock closest to the massive anchor breaching out of the surface of the sand. It casts a shadow over the ship, welcoming and offering shade to its newest guests. While in your cabin, as you're approaching, Finali, what are you doing right now?
So Finn has been up the majority of the night reading to Snonk. He's got that necklace pressed to his nose excitedly with one hand, and he's flipping pages with the other. he flops on the bed with Snonk, and he's like, I don't know which book to read you. I'm so excited. Oh, what about this one? I've been trying to read this one like forever. And he pulls out the Crafter's Compendium, the like gigantic tome. He's just like, pfft. It's like 600 pages or something. I don't know. So he's like starts to read to Snonk, and he gets past the second page, which is a real feat because every time he gets to the second page, he falls asleep right on the book. So he's reading. He gets to about the middle of the book, and he starts to notice a little bit of a change in the content of the book. Primarily, it started with like the ethics of crafting and the art of crafting and
And the philosophy of crafting.
philosophy of crafting, and that's like the first 300 pages. Very riveting content, but he starts to notice different things that it's talking about. It's talking about how to melt wax to form a perfect seal. It's talking about how to copy a person's style of writing so it's precise and convincing. Little details to notify whether a document is like falsified or not, or authentic. And he's like, this is really weird. What a jump in subject. But it's intriguing. And he notices like small handwritten notes in the margins. Somebody was clearly going through this book and like writing down these tips and things. And so he reads all of that, and he finally gets to the end of the book. And at the end of the book, there is a small compartment, like a box. Have you ever seen those books where it's like the pages are shaped? It's like there's a hole in the back in the pages. So that's what he flips to see, and he's like, what is this? So he opens it up, and there's just quills, there's little pieces of parchment, there's pens, there's seals and sealing wax. So he's pulling all of this out, and he's looking over it. And he looks down and he sees an address, an unfamiliar address that he doesn't recognize at all, but it is handwritten the same hand as the person who was doing the writing, the notes in the middle of the book. And so he reaches for a quill, and he goes to like scrawl down the address real quick. And just as he finishes writing down the address, the book, which is on his bed, bursts into flames.
as it like Snonk's asleep there, like next to it, and it bursts into flames, and like Snonk wakes up and like his tail's on fire, and he launches like he launches himself off of the bed and just like runs headfirst into the door and just knocks himself out.
Oh, sorry, Snonk. Oh no, this is a really big fire. They're gonna smell the smoke. It's gonna burn up the whole ship. I'm gonna be the cause of everyone's death. So he like runs over to his back and he pulls out the jug, and he's not thinking it this way. He just pulls out the jug and he's like, ah, and he like spills the mayo.
What is in the jug at this point? Is it acid? Is it?
No, I think it's still mayonnaise from the
Is it
last time.
mayonnaise? So you just kind of like a ketchup jar, I guess. Like,
yeah, he's just like spilling it all over and trying to like basically get rid of the fire. And just like, it just keeps coming.
the white, like thick sludge of mayonnaise just kind of flops out of it onto the bed, and like the sizzling. Mayonnaise is primarily like eggs and like olive oil, I think, or whatever. So like,
is it oil?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
it's like eggs and it's like oil, and like so it just kind of like, I don't even know what would happen when like I'm
You're
guessing
cooking
since it's
stung. That's
like,
what's happening.
I'm guessing because it's a heavy oil base, like it just kind of like catches flame even more like napalm and like begins to like melt the linen and the covers on the bed.
And it gets bigger? Oh no. Okay, so Fitz, I don't have any water smells.
It smells so bad.
Everyone
This is
roll
really
initiative.
bad.
Does Luden smell this?
I mean, you're out on
Oh,
deck.
No, Luden, are
Alright.
you in my room?
I'm next.
You're next door.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking, haven't we, for the past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's training me right now. So if I
Luden would probably notice before I did.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Fitz
Luden,
just
with your
picks-
passive perception, you're like, oh, like it smells like it smells like a raunchy fart. It does not smell.
Luden goes, Esperise! What did you eat?
I don't. Esperise is gonna stand up at this point, cued into the smell, and is going to start heading over.
Yeah, the smoke
Luden will follow.
smoke starts. You open the door and you see smoke kind of like coming out of the frame of his door.
Oh my god.
I want to ask, does this qualify as a small campfire?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Luden will just throw the door open.
I didn't do it. Esperise! He sees
You see
Esperise
Snow
over-
passed out on the floor, his tail's still on fire.
Yeah, Luden is gonna run over to it and just pap that out and drag Snog out of the
Esperise is going to place her hands together, and she's going to cast Prestidigitation and put out the small campfire from a great distance.
Thank you. I didn't mean to light the room on fire. Not that it was my fault. It actually wasn't my fault. It was the book. And he looks over at the ash that is no longer the book.
And Luden's just gonna go like, I'm gonna take Snog for a walk. And he's just gonna pick him up and just put him under his arm and walk out onto the deck.
Esperise is gonna start prestidigitating the blankets and pillow covered in burnt mayonnaise to try to clean up the sheet. Are you alright, Finn?
I'm fine, and I think Snog's okay too. I heard him bleat, so I think he's okay. Do you think Addie's gonna be angry at me? I kind of like burned the whole cabin.
Well, I can clean it if you can. There are, some holes and things in the blanket now. Are you able to?
Yeah, I can mend that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she will be. Everything is absolutely fine. Yeah.
Right.
There are holes in the blanket. Addie's gonna be like, did you take up smoking?
Yeah, Reese will just stick around for a little while cleaning off the room and then
duck politely out of the room, walking backwards, making sure nothing happens as she's leaving.
Oh, Finn.
I know forgery now.
At what cost? At what cost?
I love that it's like
Luden.
the anti-Boy Scouts. Just all the terrible things no child should know.
Luden's snonks never smelled so delicious.
Oh.
He's my little
I'm
buddy.
just kidding.
He's my little buddy.
He's just passed out. His his mouth is drooling a little bit, like.
Yeah, Luden will go put him next to Prayaria and Navardo.
She's not even gonna ask.
He'll just be like, he'll go and he'll be like, Finn set Snog on fire and just let him down, send him back down, and then walk back out, head back to Esperisa's room. Like, just another day of waking in 845 BC. Oh, day of dawning.
Esperisa will come back to the room with Luden. Moment of silence, eye contact. We're not going to talk about it. So, have you ascertained how other people see you and how you would like to be seen? And go right back into the lesson.
Luden's like, what? How is she doing this? We're not going to talk about this. Yeah. I guess we'll do our lesson. Wait, are we doing the lesson?
I wasn't planning on it, but I could go right now.
Yeah, I mean, no, I was asking.
I can, Lauren, if you'd like me to run the lesson, I can. But I was fading out the scene.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I was like, I mean, I can do
if
this.
you wanted to like
I
take.
can Charisma 101. Lie. Step 1.
All right. So, at some point, you all return back to the main deck. And of course, as I had mentioned before, the Aerisolant is coming back, nearing that open dock. You see that massive anchor breaching out of the surface of the sand. And it begins to cast a shadow over the ship, welcoming and offering shade to its newest guests. The crew begin to retrieve the gangplank, and the harbor workers wait in awe as they help bring in this marvel into port. As the plank is set in place, you all begin hearing the clamoring of the crowd as they try to, squeeze their way in. What do you think commands such a ship? Must be a mighty prince or princess from a distant land. How do you think they harness it? The wind, that is. How do they do it? What if it's Breeze herself in human form? That's mad. Look, some of them are going to be disembarking from the ship. Make space, I can't see. Addie makes her way onto deck. Looking
What's
at
up,
you.
boss?
I'm at her shoulder waiting for instructions.
I'm like, so, I guess this is where we say goodbye?
I think it is. Can't believe it's already over. But we'll see you again.
Quick.
Yeah. Sometime.
We'll be here a couple days resupplying before we take to the skies once more, but you are dismissed.
Aye, Captain.
She kind of salutes you all.
Can we exchange letters or something? Is there like a place I can send them?
We don't have anything like that quite of late yet. But I'm sure that Grom and Urimir will create something marvelous that will allow us to do so. I do believe Grom gave Urimir something that will allow us to keep in contact.
Actually, Captain, you gave Samson
That's
your...
right.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Thank you, Deanna.
Oh no worries at all, Captain. You have many things going on.
Yeah, Cap.
She kind of looks at you all. You've done a fine job here, all of you. Except she looks at Samson and raises an eyebrow.
I did an okay job.
Didn't do a job at all.
Didn't do anything.
You did quite literally a negative job because you hindered one of the people.
He's learning.
Checks
He's
out.
learning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As this conversation is happening, you see Cassius walking up from the crew quarters, large bag slung over his shoulder. The elaborate. Go ahead.
I said, "Oh yeah, the
Oh,
god."
Oh, the god we kidnapped, he's still here.
Oh yeah, god, yeah.
The elaborate, intricate armor gone. Instead, a loose linen shirt billows about in the hot desert wind. His short black curly hair brushing past his temples in the breeze against his almond, almost olive-like skin. And he looks up at you all with his glowing eyes, gold and one half split moss green, and gives you a kind of half smile. He bows to Addie deeply, seemingly thanking her for being such a gracious host, and walks over to you all. Well, the desert calls, and he looks at you, Esperise. You mentioned being from a place called Dawn's Rise, I believe. A city born among the sand like this Sable. He looks at the group, and then back at you and says, We are very lucky to have such a powerful goddess like yourself to guide us. I observed your leadership aboard the Aerisolant. The crew thinks very highly of you, and rightly so. The way you took control of the ship and led us all to safety, into the very eye of a hurricane. You are one of grace, courage, perseverance, and strength. And he takes your hand, bowing his head and kissing the top of it. You have my confidence and reverence, dear lady.
That is very kind of you to say. We appreciate your company with us as well. You have been an enormous ally, a paragon of strength, and we appreciate your continued presence. Were you interested in going to Dawn's Rise?
You had mentioned someone there might be able to help my situation.
We will talk on this more, of course. Off the ship.
He kind of bows his head once more and begins making his way down the gangplank, waiting for you all.
Yeah, Luden, the person who probably knows Esperise the best at this point, definitely saw a shift when he was saying all those compliments. Esperise entered mode, and then as soon as he turned around, okay.
Luden just writing furiously. Oh my god, this is so good.
Luden.
Accepting compliments is very difficult.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Esperise just leans over and says, accepting compliments is a very difficult thing to master, but it is an important part of the process.
Gotcha. Yes, got you. Important part of the process. All right, I'll put it back in the pocket.
I just lean over Prayaria and I'm like, he was laying on a little thick, don't you think?
Sorry, just kind of giggles.
Luden.
Like, I get it, but man, goodness.
She's gonna look at Finn. How is Finn taking this?
Great question.
Finn was looking between them, not sure who to be jealous of. So he's just gonna be like, I guess that was nice of him to say.
Crush flirts with other crush. Which one?
Am I enjoying this?
I don't
think so.
Strange feeling.
No? Yeah. No.
Maybe.
Well, but what if...
What if I could get in there somehow?
Luden. Make a dex save.
I knew it! I was gonna say it! I literally was gonna say I'm looking for Cobbly. Oh, should've. Mother. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's see what happens. First roll. Yeah! I'm ready for you, Cobbly. That's a 22.
All right.
The student has become
You
the master.
you're writing your note and just like a twitch, like a twitch, you hear it. The sweep and you jump. And like Cobbly's legs just right from underneath you. And she just kind of like, you finally learned. And here I thought you were gonna fail on the last day before we said goodbye.
Lou's gonna close his book and put it in his pocket and put the pencil there too. He'd be like, I've been counting the days till I got off this ship. And then he's gonna walk and follow Cassius down the gangplank and be like, I'll see you later, Cobbly.
No, you won't.
Taught him well, I did. Yes, I did all right. Cobbly just stands there triumphant on like hands on the hips, watching you leave.
Goes happily down the gangplank and stands next to Cassius surveying whatever strange place he's at now.
Samson, you see Volpa laying down and nuzzled next to a snow-white fox on the main deck under the Vardo, and you see she nips at one of its ears.
Man, I'm not gonna mess up her last hours.
Don't we have to go? You have to call
I
your
think
clock,
we're leaving
Samson.
right now.
We're leaving.
Oh,
So
really?
the Uber is leaving and your dog is inside.
I said they'd be here a couple of days.
Are we unpacking now?
Yeah, you guys are heading down into the city, or the harbor city.
Oh,
Go drive your Vardo.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, then I will go over. I'll be like, Oi! Ready to go? I say in fox.
Volpa just kind of like trots out, head high, sashaying across the deck, and Dust, the other fox, is just like sniffing her and just kind of like staying next to her, and she's just like reveling in it, like, yes, I know. And she hops up on the seat next to you and sits and just kind of like holds her head up. like an Aristocat. and Dust just kind of like tilts his head, and floppy ear goes down, and Addie calls to him, and you guys begin making your way down the Vardo, and it just kind of like lays down and just watches. Don't believe.
Oh.
Whipped.
Oh my god.
Both got hoes in different area codes.
I mean, just
Alright.
use them, abuse them, lose them.
That's the code of the fox.
That booty don't need.
Is the gangplank such that I can drive the Vardo off, like backing it off a trailer?
You can
I
drive it
do
off.
so.
Or is there like a
Hi,
ramp that
yes,
we can
Cobb.
set up to do a flip off the side of the boat?
No, I don't think there is.
Just a ramp.
It's just slow-mo.
I see the ramp. I go for the gangplank instead.
You slide down. The gangplank like bends like it's gonna snap.
No. So what do we see, almighty DM?
So, as you kind of exit and make your way down the gangplank, the desert is hot and sweltering. A massive change from the weather you all have been used to. However, it's still winter. And in the desert, you know the evenings are cold. You see that massive anchor, hundreds of feet tall and wide, half buried in the sand at this coastal tavern. The building using the anchor as part of the structure. The building itself has peeled paint along the walls, coquina walls around it, surrounding it like a fortress. You can tell it's been battered by sand and coastal storms. In the back, you see a large oasis pool, open only to patrons. It looks like some of the patrons have stripped down to enjoy the pool's comfort as well as enjoying the conversation of others. You see so many people laughing and drinking, enjoying themselves. The tavern itself is open concept, a villa, to allow air to flow through the space in order to keep patrons cool in this desert. It's square-like, the open arches billowing in the wind with thin fabric. You can see inside patrons dining on fresh figs, pomegranates, wine, and Spitfire's snake and lamb, roasting in the courtyard in the center of the building. You see beautiful men and women of all types flirting with patrons, mostly sailors, enjoying the veiled pleasures of shore leave. They don thin, flowing outfits that billow back and forth in the desert sun, and they smile, leaning over, pouring goblets to the brim with wine, enticing patrons to part with their coin.
Well, Luden's gonna start walking towards the villa, intent on getting his own room for the night.
Is it relatively early, or like what time is it?
It's the sun is setting.
Oh yeah, then he is.
Okay.
He is.
So
He
the
is
game
almost.
clock is wrong.
Oh, is it?
It's 7 a.m.
Yeah, mine says it's 7 a.m.
It is
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
Yep. Luden's almost half jogging, like, cause he wants his own
Is it-
room.
Is it always this hot out here? It's like really hot. I think Finn's.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Esperis, don't you the desert expert?
Well, actually, Don's Rice is in an oasis. Well, the part that I lived in was temperature controlled. But yes, deserts are usually very hot.
All right, well then Finn is going to change his glamored leather, because I can change how it looks at least, to match Cassius. So he's going to wear a linen white shirt on top and I don't know, some shorts. We'll go with some shorts because it's hot.
Some zipper shorts.
Yes.
They can be pants.
Tearaway shorts.
I know. Exactly.
This does appear to be the weather that Esperis is appropriately dressed for. Her, like, gauzy summer evening wear is totally appropriate for these streets.
Yes.
Not so much for the snow you found her in originally, but it's good here.
Let's see.
We should go see if we can strike up some conversation with people. Maybe they know the area better than us.
Or we could start drinking.
Well, we can do both.
Yes,
Okay,
I believe Luden is heading towards the villa. Perhaps they have a bar there. We can make new friends and drink and get a room for the night all at the same time.
Perfect.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna go park the Vardo. I'll go find the stables or whatever's close by to check the Vardo for the evening. Valet
Alright.
service, I don't know.
You-
Who's available?
Is there valet? Is there valet? There's an area off to the side of the tavern where people, of course, park their horses and their carts and such, yes. No valet, though. This isn't a palace.
I go find somewhere to park it, lock
Okay.
it up, that sort of thing.
All right, you guys go in, have a drink.
Oh yeah, Luden's acquiring his room first.
Okay.
Before he does anything, he's been sleeping with other people for far too long for his own taste.
You getting your own room. You walk up to the counter and you do see the barkeep, or the tavern keep. A dark-haired man with a beard, dark black beard as well, and very sun-kissed skin. And he looks at you. Hello, my friend. Is there something I can help you with? Welcome to the Dusty Anchor.
It's nice to be here. And he's gonna try and channel some of his lessons that he's been having with Esperise. He's gonna look around and be like, this is a fine establishment. I like it here, and I would like a room for myself. Sir, please.
Sir, please.
Sir, please.
I am so proud of him.
Why is he talking like that?
Turn around and put thumbs up to Esperise.
Yes, of course, sir. We have many fine rooms here. Do you want something on the second floor or something on the first? A villa, perhaps? Villa room?
What
With a
is
view?
a room for one person? That's the cheapest. I would like that.
Something on the first floor, then, my friend. Yes.
Yes, first floor
Is
of
that
this fine establishment.
1 gold piece, please?
And how long is this for? Do you rent per night? Per how does that work here?
Oh, this is per night.
Okay, awesome. Well, I will hand over 2 gold just in case.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know how long we're gonna stay here, and he doesn't want what happened last time when they came back and his room was gone because he didn't to happen again.
Okay.
So he's gonna hand over 2 gold and be like,
He gives
thank
you
you
the
very
key.
much.
He goes, if you will just go down the hallway right there, past the violet lanterns, that will be where your room is, sir.
And Luden will take the key. He'll be, thank you, please, thank you. And keep walking. he's walking to the.
You
To
have
the,
a very strange accent, my friend. Where are you from?
Me? I'm from the Cambria.
Ah,
Yes.
quite a long way, my friend.
Yes. And I'm with all of them. And as he points, he's gonna keep walking towards the
Are
single
you just kind of
room.
like...
He doesn't know how to end conversations yet.
He's
They
like-
haven't gotten to that part.
It's like, adventuring party. I see you do not wish to talk. All right. I understand. You're very tired.
Sleepy. And he opens the door and closes.
Very okay.
It started so well.
You, the rest of you just kind of hear him kind of lean over to the bartenders, or the barmaids. Nalia has a very strange conversation with a strange man, but he seems nice. So.
Hey.
Well, I for one missed sleeping with all of my friends, so he's gonna go up to the desk. Can we get a room for 5? Yes, that 5 people, please.
Oh yes, of course. Would you like something on the second floor? You get a beautiful view of the entire desert.
Sure.
Alright, that would be 3 gold.
Cassius.
Oh, 6 people. And a pig.
And
And a rog. And a fox. So.
Now we gotta pay a pet deposit.
We're not getting that deposit back.
No.
I didn't mean to forget Cassius. It's just I forgot he usually is with us.
3 gold should be fine.
Okay. He's gonna look to Samson.
Boy, I pay it.
Alrighty. Here's your key. You will be up on the second floor. It is a very beautiful room.
Thank you.
I try not to flash that we're just so flush right now.
You're looking at all the pockets like, I don't know if I can find that.
Oh no, I can't. Do I have
It's
enough
like,
of this?
this is too many platinum in the way.
So much gold. What do I do?
Wait, do you have change for 100 platinum? I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry, all I have are gold bars.
Break this giant
So,
ruby.
let me cut this off real quick.
Is Luden ahead of them? Did he walk ahead?
Luden is in his room.
You saw
Happily.
Luden get a key, walk over to like a little hallway on the first floor and like enter a room all by himself.
Close the door, lock it, and him laying on the bed, just sprawled out, like reveling in his own aloneness.
So you walking into your room, there isn't a bed. It's just very, very large plush pillows on the floor.
Laying on the large plush pillows, like almost doing like the little angels on the ground. But yeah, that's what Luden is.
Should we tell Luden that we're on a different floor? Like, what if he tries to find us?
He won't.
I mean,
Not a chance.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so let's go check our room out.
You all go up to your room.
Luden will be listening though for when the party passes, specifically to like tap on Urimir if he can get a chance. Like just stick his head out as they like pass the door and be like, Urimir, like psst, Urimir.
What about sundial?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say there's no way you can do that without any of us.
Yeah.
That's completely fine. No, that is completely fine. He's doing it in front of all of you, but he'll just be like,
I just imagine the stairs on the other side, but that's all.
oh, that would make more sense. He's like, come here.
No, it's fine.
All right. Urimir will walk into Luden's room.
Yeah, he'll be up in a sec, and he'll close the door, and he'll be like, so, have you given it any thought about training?
Oh, that. Yeah, I guess.
How about tonight? Go a little bit further out in the desert. Show me what you can do.
I mean, we just got here. Don't you want to mingle a bit first? Well, of course you don't. It couldn't hurt. I mean,
it's not too long. Not too long. Just
for a while, for a little while. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. All right. I won't hold you any longer. I just, Finn's out there and things don't get awkward, especially now that we're here. So let's,
We'll keep it between us.
All right. And he goes, positive reinforcement, and he'll open the door and he'll be like, see you later.
I have a question for the rest of the party. Did we leave or did we just wait outside the door?
We waited outside the door.
For sure we waited.
Do you think Urimir's staying with Luden in his room?
It certainly seems like it.
Doesn't he normally share a room with you, Samson?
Sometimes.
Sorry, that's complicated.
The door opens. Urimir's like, and he'll. Oh, you're still here.
Yeah, we were not sure if we should wait for you or not. Are you sharing a room with Luden?
Oh, no. Luden just wanted to check on you, after everything that happened in the tower.
Oh, okay. See, Samson, it's fine. Let's
Yeah,
go.
just checks out.
So, shall we?
Yes. Leading the way up.
All right. You make your way up to your room. Very open. You open the door. Very open air with these almost gossamer-like curtains billowing in the wind. Like I said, the beds are different here. No bed frame. Instead, just very large plush pillows with thin linen sheets that lay upon the floor. Double doors that arch up between columns line an entire wall of the room. Curtains billowing and allowing a peek at your view from the balcony overlooking the desert. The doors are open at the moment, and the lanterns are lit. They look similar to Arabic lanterns. The top metal of the lanterns billow up like a mushroom, and Prayaria, you can't help but be reminded of your home when looking at it. The glass is colored on deep violet, another one is turquoise like the sea, and another frosted yellow like the sun.
She's definitely noting that as she is also running over to stick her head out the window like a dog because it is way too hot.
Yeah, if the windows are open, Umber's gonna leap off of Urimir's shoulder and go gliding out over the desert for a little while.
Buzzing and whirring as he goes flying out the window.
Those lanterns are really beautiful. Should we go get drinks and talk to people now?
What?
Do
You
it.
said the sun is setting?
The sun is setting. It's like halfway down, going into the sand.
Alright. Irma say, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna stay here and rest up for a bit. I may come down a bit later.
Alright if I stay with you? I'll be quiet.
Sure.
All right, party animals, Finn, Samson.
Amazing,
Yeah,
this
at
is
it
so
again.
Finn,
It's like, I heard-
Samson.
I leave my shirt here. It's like I heard there was a pool.
Yes, there is a pool.
Pool?
Pool.
Pool.
Let's go to the pool.
Oh god, there's a pool.
In the middle of the hotel room, Prayaria, Samson, and Finn&Lyre are just stripping down to their swimsuits, running down the stairs.
I mean, after the sauna spa place, whatever.
We're good.
Yeah.
I love this awkwardness between all the party members of like not knowing how to talk because we've just been so serious for like 3 months. It's like, oh, nothing's trying to kill us, and we're not trying to kill anything right now. So,
Do we mingle?
Is this
So
gonna
do you
be
lie.
Cards.
This is
Movies or
anybody have Uno? What's how to play? Okay, no. Okay.
Alright, I know how to solve this. We go downstairs and I go to the bar. I'm like, I need 1 bottle of vodka. Whole bottle.
An entire bottle of vodka.
Just, yep.
fantasy vodka.
Fantasy
And
vodka.
3 glasses. Yeah. See?
Fantasy vodka. Sure. There would be something like vodka, probably like a deep amber brandy of some sort.
You should ask what their special is, Samson. We always have to try the special.
We'll get that afterwards. And I take some and I drink a lot.
What if we're too full of vodka?
I drink a lot of it and then I hand it to Finn.
He'll take like a drink and be like, okay, here you go, Prayaria.
Praya's gonna decline because it's already too hot for that.
Oof. It's like,
Let's go
we're-
swim.
Yeah. And then specials. Take another sip.
Oh, what are your specials, Martin?
Shout out to Remarkable Inns for the tavern menu.
Oh, and this food?
They hand Samson the tavern menu and he tosses it down the counter. We don't want that. We want the vodka.
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 Do you want me to tell you the menu? I don't know.
Yes.
Well,
I would like to know.
Okay, there is, you can get Jason Blue per bottle, 3 silver per bottle, Allagash Snow, 2 silver per glass, and Blood of the Orc, which is 5 silver per glass. And each one does have a special effect.
Blood of the orc?
Is this actual blood? Because I'm vegetarian. Don't really know
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's the
the
problem with actual blood.
Yeah.
The bartender's like, oh, it is a fine red wine. Comes from the dwarven vineyards of Digbrand. But there is a rumor that each blood bottle does have a drop of orc blood in it to add flavor. It is a rumor.
Okay. Is there like a disclaimer on the menu, like these drinks do things to you, or do we not do that?
The blood of the orc wine, it does tend to make you a little bit more aggressive, alert. The Allagash Snow, that tends to have a cooling effect for the desert heat.
That one? I want that one.
Wise. I just drink the vodka.
And the Jason Blue, that one, it is reinvigorating.
Can we get a little of everything? Actually, we want a lot of everything.
Okay.
We sure do.
So that will be, I think it's a 1 gold piece if you want a bottle of the blue. And, oh, those are glasses, okay. We'll just say it's 3 gold pieces for you all to have a glass of everything.
I'm gonna go ahead and pre-buy our next round.
Okay.
I don't think we should let Luden know about
He's
this
tried.
work one, though. He doesn't
Oh.
need it.
Yeah, I don't think his blood needs to run any hotter. He's good. He's good. Probably. Is he like? Yeah. Let's find a table. I guess. Are there any open tables?
Oh yeah.
Or are there any tables that have people there already, but are room enough for us?
The bar is filled with people, but there are some open tables that you can grab if you'd like.
Well, I thought we were gonna go to the pool. We should drink in the pool.
In the pool, for sure. In the pool.
You all go into the back and you see this massive rectangular square-like pool. It's not deep, but lots of people. It's a lounging pool. You know what I mean? And there are a lot of people in it and just kind of laughing, drinking. Waiters and waitresses bringing out platters of food and drink and more bottles of wine. And you all sit down for a moment, and you hear a Bart, one of the waitresses kind of like leaning over to another set of individuals as you kind of take a deep breath and unwind. So much kind of weighing down on you guys, so much left unsaid, and you just kind of take this moment to relax, surrounded by sailors and travelers from all over the globe. And some of you pick up some rumors. Most of them in regards to the entire party. The fascination and shrouded mysteries of arriving to port on a flying ship. And the entire area within this kind of back courtyard near this pool, everyone is watching you three. And you can kind of see them kind of whispering to one another. And they're attractive men and women of all sorts just kind of attempt to catch your glances, attempting to hold on to them to entice you with a smile that in hopes would lure you away from your friends. And you
Those
hear...
are the club rules. We came together, we leave together.
I don't know if that meets with Samson.
They do, you do see all 3 of you, and there's also individuals looking to see where the other 3 are. But they try to catch your glance and try to, in hopes to smile and flirt and steal you away from the group. You do hear, did you see the one that looks rather pale? And then you hear another individual kind of, there was that one with the crescent moon on his face. Must be a new organization from Thrice. And then you hear another individual is like, oh, what a beauty! The lovely Fae. The royalty of the Sands must be here to trade with Sable, or perhaps she's here to marry into the Corviri family. And these rumors just kind of, Cassius is also there. And
is he in his trunks?
Yes.
I'm motioning them over.
Do people recognize Cassius in regular clothes?
In the pool.
Yeah.
No, he is
just glowing.
He is shirtless, and he is getting all kinds of glances as well. Every now and then somebody tries to walk over and, try to say something, they trip over their words, and he just handles it very well. Prayaria and Finn in particular, you overhear a nearby barmaid as she leans over to pour wine into a patron's glass, and you hear her say, I know the legacy house of Vigor is gone. They replaced him rather quickly, did they not? Another patron passes by and you miss hearing the name. But you could call her over if you wish to hear more. You all turn your... Go ahead. Go ahead, sorry.
You can continue.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna call her over.
There are plenty of other rumors that will be introduced. Yes, did you need another drink?
While Finn does that, I'm gonna be like, hold on, let me go get your boy. And I'll leave him here. I go get Cassius. I'm gonna bring him over to where we are.
His hair is already wet, and like the curls of his black hair are just kind of dripping with water.
Are you enjoying the pool, Cassius?
It is rather refreshing.
Oh, so he'll turn back to the barmaid. So, we heard you talking about the House of Vigor, and we were wondering who they replaced Belgain with.
Oh, yes, it is only natural that you would not know. You are also somewhat of sailors. I'm sorry, I do not know what to call you. You came from the sky. What are you sky sailors? I don't know what the word to use for these.
We're adventurers of all terrain. Sky, sea, land, we do it all.
That is amazing. I have so many questions about that, but yes, we do know. His name is Gregor Rockbane. A couple sessions ago, I told you in session 30, I told you all another card had been drawn. That it lay face down on the table. The choices were made, the tasks completed, and now the card has been revealed. The King of Pentacles, Gregor Rockbane.
This is by far the funniest outcome, so I'm really glad. Because everyone hates this guy.
Yes, his name is Gregor Rockbane. I do not know him, not a family
Now we
name
have to go
of...
back.
No, not
I'm
a
glad-
family name of great magnitude.
We have to go back. Now.
I'm glad Urimir's in the room.
Yeah,
That
like
would just sour his entire Gregor.
We're gonna go back to Dig Brand and just destroy the whole city. We're gonna nuke it.
Right, yeah.
Y'all
Throw the whole
starting
city
over.
away, bro. We're done here. We're done.
Starting over.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. We honestly didn't know. We're good friends of Belgain.
Yes, they replaced him rather quickly. It almost seems as though they already knew who they were going to nominate.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Right.
Well, we can only hope for the best for Dick Brand, right? Am I right?
Yes,
Right.
Yes, of course. Perhaps this will strengthen the company. Strengthen the country.
Yes, quite.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can get for you?
No, that was all. We just wanted to know that.
Yeah.
Just the tea.
Please
Fine,
let
fine.
me know if there is anything that you need. While this is happening, what's going on with the trio, the other individual?
As the problem in the situation, I can say what Esperise is doing. 'Cause I believe I'm the one cock-blocking your training session right now.
Luden wouldn't care if you were coming along. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Esperise-
legit would just walk up and be like, "Ready to go train?" Like that kind of thing. If you were there.
Yeah, Esperise is just sitting cross. There's like a balcony looking out over the view, right? Facing west. Is that right, Lauren?
Yes.
Yeah. Esperise is just gonna sit cross-legged and watch the sunset as it turns to night and the first stars start to emerge in the sky. And she's going to be praying with her eyes open, meditating, and thinking about the stars that were seen on a very specific night for her. But once they arrive, she'll go downstairs, unless you guys have already done something while she's meditating.
Yeah,
After everyone leaves, Urimir will say something. Because Esperise decided to stay. He'll be like, you didn't want to go join the festivities.
I will, of course. I wanted to take a moment to pray, if that's... were you planning to rest?
For a while. Luden and I have some business.
That's good. Good. Am I allowed to ask what kind of business it is, or is it private? You don't have to answer. It's totally fine.
At this moment, y'all just hear a.
Look at the door. Like, well, speak of the devil. And
Should I climb off the balcony, pretend I was never here?
that was totally planned, by the way.
That's his tarot card, guys.
Yeah, we got it.
No, I'm sorry.
We got
I'm
it. We did it. We did it.
It's the name of the movie.
Took 13 episodes.
All right.
But
Roll
here we
credits.
are.
Good night, everyone. That's it. Yeah. Urimir will go get the door.
You go like, Pete. All right, you ready to train? And he'll look back and see Esperise. What's up, Esperise?
Hello, Luden.
You can come too if you want.
Where are you going?
You know, just a little bit further out in the desert.
Being in the desert alone at night is not a terribly safe place to be.
Well, we won't be alone. We'll have each other.
Besides, you know the desert real well. Come on.
I will not be coming with you tonight. I have to pray. But,
Okay.
then you will be fine. Watch for tremors under the earth. Any movements coming from below you are more of a concern than anything on the horizon.
Aye, aye, Captain. Let's go.
Have fun.
Oh, I think we will.
Enjoy your prayer time.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. We go out into the desert.
Yeah, not too far. Like we can still
Yeah.
see the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're walking. Umbra's gliding overhead. Just
Okay.
trudging through the sand.
Yeah. So Luden would be like, oh, well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you make your way out into the desert.
Awesome.
It's starting to get cold at this point, probably by the time it takes you to get out there. Probably starting to cool down immensely.
Fury's got his cloak on. He'll be fine.
Yeah, Luden has his hood up, ready to go. And Luden will be like, all right, Urimir. And he'll click, because it was the short sword the last time he used it. Click it, and he'll turn into the longbow. He'll be like,
it's working well for you, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
he said, immensely. He says, so, I don't think you ever, well, we've done that one training session, but this one's going to be a really mini one. Just want to see what you might be able to do, and I also want to try out some of my own new abilities.
Now, when you say what I'm able to do, are you talking about the 7?
Yes, Urimir. I mean, at this point, I'm not like the rest of the party. I'm going to talk to you frankly because we're going to be in dire situations. I need you to be able to fight.
Well, if we
For,
speak...
for this particular purpose, Brandon, I will not count against your uses unless you use that one.
Okay.
And you know
that's
the
fair.
one I'm talking about.
I know the one you're talking about.
Because that will do what it's supposed to do, but like everything else, it doesn't count against your numbers, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
Urimir
Yeah, I got
casts power word kill against Luden.
Yeah. I mean, even with all that in mind, Urimir, he kind of gives you a strange look. He goes, you know, this thing is evil, right? Do you really think that it's wise to be playing with it out in the middle of the desert? I mean, I'm not even sure.
And he'll tap him on the back and be like, remember, she said it was sleeping. Besides, I trust you. And then he'll cast Crimson Right on his bow. And so, like, as he's saying that, like, you see his eyes actually, and like, this is honestly for the first time, like, Luden is seriously just, like, looking straight, like, normal face, not anger or anything like that, but you see his eyes start to, like, turn black themselves. And you probably would have seen this before if you were, like, looking during a battle. He usually turns it off immediately after the battle's over, so I don't know if it was, like, one of those
first
things
time.
like, yeah. So, but, like, this is, like, he casts it on there and his blood just drips down onto the archbane, and it glows for a second, and then just congeals onto the bow. And he'll be like, besides, I can take care of myself, I think, right now anyway.
He looks surprised but intrigued. He goes, Well, and he'll like flick his mechanical arm, and it shifts into a sword of its own.
Hey.
I mean, you are only, and he'll kind of take a defensive stance, and he'll say, "You are only human after all. I don't want to hurt you."
Oh man, Urimir, this is gonna be fun. He said, "But as much as I would love to fight you specifically, let's try the dunes first, and maybe another day me and you can go mano a mano." I don't feel like limping back to the camp because I'm quite sure some of the party will have guessed what's going on. Like I said, they look
By
at
some
you,
of you mean Finn.
and he will just turn, and he'll be like, "I'll go first. Let's save the
Alright.
best for last." And so, what you'll see is, as Luden's eyes are black, he's just smiling. And like I said before, each end of the bow now has the thing that were around his brother's like bracelet that was around his arm is now wrapped around the top of the bow to give it those little points at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And on each side, you start seeing these little beams that starts to glow on those sides, and then it starts to like shape, and the beams are red, and they're these little orbs. And they grow with this hint of darkness that kind of just infuses into them. And as Luden lifts up his arm, he like the beams go down the arrow to the middle of the bow in front of it and fire off kind of like a pulse rifle. And he's gonna cast Eldritch Blast, and that's what his Eldritch Blast looks like because it's coming off of his bow. He's gonna shoot it, and for the first time, he's gonna be like, "Did you see that?" Oh,
I did.
oh, this is. I think I'm enjoying this bow that you gave me.
Well,
Yeah.
that wasn't the bow.
He'll be like, "Oh, don't be silly. Come now. Of course it's the bow." And then he'll fire another blast into the dunes. And like at this point, there's just like little smokes on each side of it. And he'll just like, and he'll look over to Urimir and be like, "Your turn."
Okay. He'll kind of step up and think for a second. Be like, "So, you want to see what this thing can do?"
Yeah,
I guess it is better to try it out now than in the heat of battle.
exactly.
He'll look out and I don't know. He'll look out at the same kind of area where Luden was firing off his Eldritch Blast, and he will try to summon some of the power of the seven, and as you're looking at him, you don't notice it at first, but like the closer you look, you see like on his arms, like those black tendrils that kind of settled in his chest before, they start to kind of move around, and you see him like going up his neck and around his arms for a second, like they're just like moving tattoos almost. And he holds out his hand, his flesh hand. He holds it out, and the veins, they kind of go up to the palm, and his entire palm turns black for a second, and like, so it's black on one side, red on the other, and this like wave of darkness kind of expands out from his hand, and it just encases this area, and you see these little like miniature explosions of like black dust and like particle effects like just start going off in an area, and nothing quite happens because he didn't target anyone with it, but he cast synaptic static, and there weren't any creatures in the area. He's trying to be careful with it, but that is what his synaptic static looks like, and after a few seconds he lowers his hand, and the veins kind of retract down his palm, his hand goes back to the normal color, and he just kind of moves his fingers around and looks, and he goes, and he'll look over at you.
Just all smiles, black eyes. And he'll be like, "Wow." And he'll click the archbane and then actually put his short sword away. He'll be like, "All right, only one more, and then I promise we can go back."
All right.
I said, "But I'm gonna require you to shoot me with your crossbow." Oh, it's fine. I'm asking for it. Come on.
At this point, whatever. he'll flick his metal arm again, and it'll chain and the gears and the pipes begin to move around, and the little crossbow arms pop out, and it's already loaded. It's got and his arm transforms to a crossbow. He'll point it at you.
He'll take it.
Say, "Remember you asked me to do this," and he'll fire off the crossbow bolt.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to let it hit me, so you can roll damage if you would like.
No, he won't roll damage. He's aiming for the shoulder.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luden takes it, and he's gonna take it out. And after he takes it out, he's gonna look back up at you, and his eyes, already black, seem to like grow even blacker and darker, and this like black energy extends out from him. And he's gonna be like, "I think you've seen this one before." And he's gonna thrust, like all of that energy is gonna right down his arm and throw it back at you. And he's gonna cast Hellish Rebuke at you.
Okay.
Yeah, not to do any damage, like, but it's probably gonna still do some. Could not do too much though, hopefully.
Yeah.
He'll do like 11 damage to you to try and snuff it out as much as he can really quickly. And then he'll put it away and he'll be like, "Okay, ready to go back."
Oh, seems like seems like we both have a couple of new tricks up our sleeves. When did you learn all of this?
He'll be like, "Are you ready to go back? I can explain a little on the way back."
Well,
unless you would like one more.
There is one other thing. And he'll look around and he'll find like a canyon kind of. Well, I don't know. The canyons in the desert, like two rocks, I guess. And like.
Two large boulders or something.
Yeah. He'll walk out a little bit further towards these large boulders, and you follow him, and it's got this maybe about like 5 inches space in between the two of them, like he points specifically at an area where they're like laid on top of each other. He'll take a deep breath, and he'll break off into a sprint, and as he does, his like the seven, like I said again, like moving tattoos, they encase his entire body at this point. So his skin goes from red to pure black, and even down his horns. And then you see like down his horns, like these tendrils begin to shoot out from his form, and as they shoot, like his entire body begins to like meld into these tendrils, and they like slip in through the hole, through this tiny little gap in between the rocks, and he vanishes for a second, and then he appears, and like he kind of slithers through in between the boulders all the way through to the other side, and then reappears on the other side. Like the tendrils leap out and they like form this black pool, and then Urimir slowly rises up out of it back into his regular tiefling form.
Yeah, this time Luden isn't smiling or anything like that. Like his eyes are back to normal. He's just like, like looking around. There's nobody here to see that. He's just like,
he'll step out from behind the boulders and be like, "I wasn't really sure that would work."
Urimir! Oh my god! All right, come on. I'm in a great mood. Let's go back.
All right.
Esperise, do you return to the trio at any point? Or?
Once the sun goes down and I have a couple minutes just watching stars, checking for constellations, I'll go down, get in the pool, wearing my full vestments. They're made to get wet. Just my skirts floating up in the water. Grab a drink.
It's like a baptism. It's beautiful.
I take up a lot of space in the pool because just like the skirts and the hair.
It just kind of like floats out all around you.
Yeah, I was just doing like backstrokes around her, like circles.
We got drinks. You can share some with us. He'll bring some over to her.
We sure did. And then, but while all this happening, when we pull Cassius over, I'm like, so Cassius, as I bring him back over, or Cassie, hey, so what you been telling people your name is?
I've been telling them my name is Cassius.
Oh, yeah, the way you see. I think you should probably not do that. Hey, what should we tell everybody Cassius's name is? We probably don't want, look at him and I just like touch his like chest to like look at this guy. we don't need people knowing that a man with two eyes that looks like this has just appeared in the desert, and they call him Cassius.
Well, we should let him pick his own name.
Yup.
Cassius, what do you want to be called?
Oh God, why you guys put me on this? I didn't think about this. Oh jeez.
Take a swing here.
Clarence.
There you go.
Claire. In Elvish, sometimes we refer to our friends as Ami.
Ami?
Yeah.
Amigo.
Or like Ami.
Yes,
Would
that
be
sounds
good?
nice.
It's really cute.
It's a little bit casual, but if you are comfortable with it.
Ami.
That's fine. I'm sure that the precaution to change my name is to protect me, of course.
Yup.
And you all.
Yup. Yeah, Ami, why don't you come over here and why don't you stay with us for a little bit? I'm gonna go, maybe find some more people to tell stories. And I do the thing where I bring Cassius into the group so that he stands closer to Finn, and then I go away for a little bit, and I come back later.
As you return and you kind of all, Prayaria and Finn, you two catch it the fastest with your high perception, your passive perception. You turn your heads and you kind of hear another rumor. Nearby sailors kind of reveling in the company of beautiful sun elves and drinking their fill of wine. Saw it with me own eyes. We sail around it, have been for years, and just like that, it dissipated. Gone. And then another sailor kind of chimes in as he flirts with a courtesan. That's right. I saw Breeze herself. She exhaled her very breath upon the seas and stilled the storm. I dare say you were far more handsome than her. And the courtesan whispers in the sailor's ear, and he promptly sits up. Well, lads, seems he wants me to tell him the whole story in private, and I can't bear to leave him on edge. And he is led up some stairs away from the other sailors, and they continue their conversation. Hurricane, it's gone. 10 years it's been around, and it's gone. And you guys kind of just overhear that.
Did you guys hear that? They're talking about the hurricane. Apparently, it vanished.
Should be beneficial to trade routes.
Yeah, we're basically like celebrities around here.
I mean, we pretty much are. That sounds accurate.
We're not
Nobody
necessarily-
knows who we are.
Yeah, we're not necessarily associated with the hurricane, are we?
But we
Well,
could be.
I mean, we could tell them.
Maybe not.
But why not? Then, like, they'll remember it was us that did it.
We could save 10 gold by people buying us drinks all night.
Right?
Are we doing this to be remembered?
Why does anyone do anything?
I mean, to save the world, but it does help to kind of know who did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cassius, and he reaches over, and then he's like, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to touch you. Cassius went down in history with all his stories, and we wouldn't know any of his stories if not for the fact that they were told.
This is accurate. We need to brag for the people of the future so they can bring us back to save it later.
Are you all public with your stories? Like the people of La Cambria know what you did there, and
No, but
Different kind of story.
yeah, the hurricane
yes,
sounds.
of course. But I mean, are we sharing what we are? We are not, are we?
What do you think, Cassius?
So are we calling me Cassius or a me?
Oh, oops,
Sorry.
Okay, Ami.
Fine.
It's gonna take.
It's like, let's call him a me. All right, so Cassius, what we were talking about.
Well, it's just us. We're cool. We're cool people.
Sorry,
Look.
you're just very. You look very Cassius, so it's hard to.
It's true. Look, Ami, I'm very drunk, so yeah, we'll go with that.
What do you think, Ami?
Smiles and nods.
Better to be known or not.
I definitely think it depends on the circumstance. Apparently, infamy isn't all that amazing. But
Fine.
fame for great deeds comes with a price as well.
Well, if we're not going to be reveling in all of our glory at this particular event, someone better at least tell a story or say something, Starts drinking more of his vodka bottle, which no one wants,
yes.
apparently.
I mean, everybody saw us get off that airship. We're already going down in history.
Are we going to tell them that one of the 7 was in that tower, or?
No, we just have to say that we ended the hurricane.
And then they will ask for no further details.
Yes. We tell them that we are the 7. The 6 of us and Ami. And that's how we get away with it.
Right, I leave that to you. And Prayer's just gonna swim off.
No, maybe that's a bad story. Maybe that's a bad way to do it.
Do we make it back?
Pick a drink at random and just start drinking.
Yeah. Do
we make it back?
Luden and Urimir make it back at this point?
At this point, you probably make your way back and you see them hanging out in the pool. Do you go join your friends?
Would you like to join the?
That's a lot of water.
You can sit.
Luden will actually. Luden will pull the little leather strap out of it, so make him like, I got you. He'll tap him on his back, and he'll actually head over, in his good mood, to the group.
You see the others return.
Yeah, it looks like they already got drinks. So.
It's like
he'll deflate the floaty.
Everyone's looking at you like, okay.
Where were you guys?
I told you, you just wanted to check on me, and we're good. Isn't that right?
Oh yeah. So how's
roll a deception check.
Oh, bet. I got that.
Can I assist in that deception check?
How?
I was up there praying for some time with them, but the conversation got a little loud for me. That's why I came downstairs.
Luden's not saying anything
to me.
Okay.
Yeah, Luden can't say anything.
Well, yeah, y'all want some drinks? We got some for the party.
What did you roll?
23. That's without it. That's without any help.
Well, okay.
Lion's kind of a thing.
Finn believes you.
I helped anyway.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Luden will take a drink. He'll be like, so what do we have?
I push forward the blue one. Here, you should try this one, Luden.
He will like definitely take that one and just put it to his side. He's like, hey Samson, what are you drinking?
I'm holding the bottle of vodka. I'm like, the blue one.
Great.
Like, how about you, Esprit? What are you drinking?
I don't know. I just picked one.
What does it look like?
Well,
We'll say that you picked the Allagash Snow wine.
Is that the
blue one?
Blue one?
The
That's the
cooling
chill
one. The chill
Yeah.
one.
Of course. So everybody has the blue stuff.
yeah?
Yeah.
I can
Peer-
if you
peer
want.
pressure.
Otherwise, you can try the red one. I guess they both look very nice.
No, don't try it. Don't
He said,
dare.
I'll try it. He'll hear all this and he'll grab it.
Why
He'll
did
be
you
like,
get that
sure,
one?"
the red one. He'll drink the ogre's blood.
That's the one we didn't want him to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Please.
I'll try the blue
How
one,
could you?
and I'll grab the one that Finn handed
Did
over
not
to
know.
Urimir or to Luden.
Everyone who drinks the blue one, when you drink it, your skin just kind of begins to like look like almost sparkle, like dewy. It's very cooling
Esperis
and refreshing.
always looks like that.
It's very cooling and dewy and like yeah, your skin has this kind of like almost like frosted crystalline, very thin layer that just kind of forms over the top of it. And you all have 3. You have resistance to fire damage for 3 hours.
Oh, dope.
Let's hope we don't need that.
Wow, we're shiny.
What do I look like?
Oh gosh.
Get roided out.
You are a beautiful Mac model. All right. So, as you guys are kind of sitting there enjoying your drinks together.
No, wait, like, Luden actually took the orc blood one.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tugged it down like a man.
Okay. Okay. So, hold on.
Oh dear.
Hold on.
Let me roll a d20.
It's imagine if you will. Imagine if you will, you just took like 4 shots of like 5-hour energy.
Oh yeah.
like your heart's just like a rabbit.
That's just
Or like-
what Luden needs.
Yeah.
And like you feel like this weird sensation of like after drinking the blood of the orc wine and the cooling wine, it's this mix and match of like almost like having like hot and cold, like a hot and cold sweat, where you're hot but then you're really cold, but then you're hot and you're cold, and then you're hot and you're cold, and like it's just this very odd, strange sensation as your heart races and like, yeah, but you feel good. Like you feel like you could freaking fly off this roof right now is what you feel. And with that, you also get that's 1. You get advantage on attack rolls against orcs for 1 hour.
Where's an orc?
No.
I'm kidding. Yeah, but Luden's just like you see him, and his eyes just go like from happy to just all the way open, and they like don't blink at all.
His third eye opens.
he's just gonna be like, "You guys tried this stuff?"
Are you okay?
He's like, I don't think I have ever been better. And he's gonna like start walking towards like walking inside of the pool, like fully clothed, everything on. He's just walking in, and he's just swimming, but like underneath, like his legs are put on top. He's just
Oh my
Is
god.
anyone going to stop him?
No.
He's his
going
own.
all-
He's his own man. Let him do
All
his
the way
thing.
across the pool.
Eric's just like curiously swimming behind him, just like watching.
He has the strangest reactions to alcohol. Every time.
I'm glad that he's having a good time.
Is he? I can't tell.
I think so.
I've never seen him have a good time. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, plastered smile on his face. He's just.
He looks about the same as he did when he had the fuzzy nails. So maybe a bit
Urimir, are
more
you in the
weird.
pool?
Hell no. Am I in the pool? No, I am. Like
He's in the
if there's-
Adirondack chair right now.
Yeah, if they're the little chairs set up, I am sitting on one of them.
Urimir, do you want us to teach you how to swim?
Yeah. You wanna learn how to swim? Huh? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's shallow enough. You can stand in it. Look, see?
Wait, are there Adirondack chairs outside?
There's probably some seating, yeah.
I pull one into the pool and I sit in it.
Oh my god.
In the pool.
I
So that I
swear
can
we're
sit,
already getting like.
up here.
I can only imagine the
Smash.
looks that we're getting now.
Right?
Mhm.
We
Like-
just make ourselves at home.
For sure.
Come on, Urimir. If you come in, I'll teach you how to swim.
We have
Yeah.
full bottles of alcohol in the pool. We are already bad guests.
You're
You guys are
lit
those
right
people.
now.
Turned up.
I mean, all right. If I drown, you'll bring me back, right?
Sure, of course.
I
You're
mean,
not gonna drown, I promise.
And he'll kind of look around, because you know what happens if I don't. And
Right, no, it's fine.
Definitely.
It's fine.
Urimir, just
So-
pull the
Hurry,
thing. Pull the thing. Just
it's
pull the
3
thing.
feet deep.
It is literally 3 feet deep. It
You
is.
can
like a
never be
hot
too
tub.
cautious.
look here, Urimir has PTSD when it comes to the water. Okay,
Fair.
he'll look over, make sure there are no plant monsters or anything else in there that could yank him down.
The reflection of just a
Here.
plant monster tendril.
Just hold my hands.
Alright, so yeah, Urimir he'll strip down and hop in the pool. Or I say hop in, he will carefully step into the pool, 1 foot at a time. Yeah, very, very carefully. And he leaves on his undershirt, but you can still kind of see like the tendrils kind of like coming out from the center of his chest a little bit, like they kind of peek out.
A lot of people are staring at you.
They're already staring. It's fine.
You know, if
Just
you
because you're hot,
squint-
it's fine.
Exactly. If you squint, they kind of look like tree branches.
It's like it's cool. I got one too. And then he holds up the little shadow thing on his arm. It's like it's all good. And he'll keep.
Yeah, Luden, how did you get that, by the way?
It's like, aren't you teaching Urimir how to swim?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Kick,
Hey.
Urimir, kick.
Hold my hands! On your
Yeah, Finn is
belly!
holding
yeah.
his hands as he's like, kick.
Oh yeah, I'm literally like a kid first time in the water. I'm like super stiff, totally, in like this 3 feet of water, trying to like learn how to doggy paddle or kick or whatever. Am I doing this right? Don't
You're
let me go! Don't let me go!
I won't, I promise. You're doing perfect.
I
Okay.
just lean over to Esperis. I'm like, you know how to swim, right?
Yes, I do.
You grew up in a desert, right?
My temple is
Oasis. That's
They-
right. That's right.
yes.
That's right. That's right. Okay, just checking. Just checking.
Samson, he can hear you.
I'm whispering.
Look, I'm not paying any attention to Samson right now. I am focused on trying not to die.
All he can hear
Okay,
is his
I'm keeping
ears
my
are.
head above
his
water.
head-
Yeah.
This is the best swimming I've ever seen from a, what are you, 30 years old, Urimir? 30-year-old,
I'm early 20s.
20-year-old
It's
tiefling.
you know the 7 added a couple of years to you. That's all.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
So
My graying beard.
you all are enjoying the delights of the tavern. and the pool. And you hear applause and cheering as a group of 6 individuals enter the tavern. You see a human ranger, an elf, a half-elf, cleric,
A boy.
It's another me.
a tiefling, 2 tieflings, and a furbog.
Are you kidding right now?
Okay,
I
now I'm
nearly let go of
offended. What?
Warrior's hands.
It's us.
Wait, are there any babes, or is Esperise not represented in
Oh
this?
no, the elf. The
Okay.
full elf
Got
is
it.
very, very tall, slender, curvy.
Beautiful, thank you.
Is there? Do they have a god? That's the real question.
The elf is very tall, very slender. The half-elf cleric has a symbol to Savion on their chest. The tiefling, their eyes. One of the tiefling's eyes is very, very milky. And then the other tiefling is missing both legs, but it looks like there's some sort of like jet propulsion system that's keeping him up.
He's Iron Man?
They're amazingly quiet and not loud at all. And then the furbog is very, very tall, with a kind of like mossy green faded fur and long ears.
What about that human though?
And the human,
He's got a sun tattoo on his
It's my brother.
well, spoiler,
Oh my
really?
Does he really have a son?
The
Wow.
tiefling with the milky eyes seems to be the leader. He carries a clump of something in his fist. Luden, Urimir, and Samson, it looks like ears strung on bloody hempen cord. And the tavern cheers, Aroria's blessing! Raising their glasses. You see them walk up to the bar counter. They talk to the owner of the Dusty Anchor. The tiefling with the milky eyes kind of places the ears on the counter. There's an exchange of coin. They raise their glass, addressing the tavern. The valiant and noble merchant ships of Aroria will find their trade route safe once more. Around on us, my friends. And the whole tavern just cheers again. The tiefling with milky eyes, looks back at the tavern keeper and then back in your direction. And he gestures to his group. Each of them grab 2 mugs of ale each, and they walk over to you. And he speaks up as he approaches. Well, hello there, friends. Fellow adventurers, Jamil mentioned a new adventuring party had arrived, and we simply had to meet you all. May we sit? We've brought a round on us for you and your companions.
Like Luden is just like.
Ben just leans into Urimir, or like, do they look familiar to you?
After a beat of silence, Esperise says, "Of course, have a seat. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
The elf is just, oh, thank you. You are so very wonderful to offer that to me, yes. And she just sits very daintily in the water.
It's
Lean
happening.
back over to Finn. There are similarities.
I'm just drinking vodka. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, I'll look at my drink and then look back over.
They all kind of like sit in, they pass out the drinks to you all, and the tiefling with the milky eyes just is like, allow me to introduce my party. This is Luther. He points to the human ranger.
Luther. Luden's just gonna be like, I'm Luden.
No, this here's Luther. Oh,
I'm Luden.
oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Luden. This here is Zelen. He points to the very sultry, beautiful woman, and she goes, oh, it is so very nice to meet you all.
Esperise of House Anthea from the Temple at Don's Rise.
Oh, what a pleasure. You've
What a
traveled
pleasure
so
to meet you.
so very far. You have to tell me about your homeland, yes?
I absolutely will. Thank
Oh,
you.
what a wonderful conversation we'll have.
Meanwhile, they're judging each other and cutting each other out in their heads right now.
Zelen is also like,
I'm just smiling at Esprit, like,
They are parrying each other so much.
Oh yeah.
he points to the half elf and he goes, "This is Eula," and he goes, "Hi, I'm Eula."
I am Finn.
Yeah, Luden looks over at the human, and then he'll look over at Eula. He'll be like, "No."
North place.
Wow, that's a really cool tattoo you have. It moves.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do you have a tattoo?
I do. It's a sun, like for Savion, and he kind of like moves his hair and like shows his back, and the sun just kind of rotates.
Oh, your tattoo it moves too?
Yeah.
But just on your neck, right?
Well, sometimes it's the moon.
Very, very cool. You can tell the jealousy has started.
And then he points to the other tiefling who doesn't get in the water and kind of sits down and with the legs, and he goes, "This is Reynard." And he goes, "Yes, pleasure to meet you."
do his eyes ooze depression?
Is there a quiet
He has
sadness
no
in his
legs.
heart?
Not like mine.
His legs are gone. They're definitely. It's definitely there.
He goes, I'm sorry, I would get in the water with you, but I don't really like water. I'm gonna stay right here.
I'm Urimir, and he'll lift up his metal arm and kind of set it on the edge of the pool. He'll just look at him. What happened? What happened to you?
Hey, Esprit's taught me. Like, Luden is over. I already know what's going. Esprit's taught me it's not nice to ask. Don't do it.
Esprit didn't teach me anything.
Luden tried. He's going back over.
Esprit is not paying attention to this conversation. He's in eye contact with Zelen.
So
and then of course he gestures, but instead of speaking for the furbog, the furbog speaks for herself, and she goes, "Cadme, nice to meet you."
You as well.
Cadme just kind of sits down in the water, grabs like flowers from the nearby platter, and just kind of.
Prayaria doesn't know. Like, if hackles could rise on her, they would be. Like, not sure what to make of this.
Good to meet new friends. Yes. So.
not often you see two tieflings, an elf and half elf, a human, and a furbog all in one group.
Oi! He takes a swig. It is a strange sight indeed.
I feel so called out.
It's like, how'd you guys meet?
Oh, it's quite a long story, actually. But we do have some questions. We'd love to get to know you. What do you call yourselves? I can tell you've been traveling with one another for quite some time, and a group like yourselves must be known all of Aroria and Acacia. Of course, we're known as Aroria's Blessing.
What was your name? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apologize. I'm Laren.
Should be Aroria's cursed.
Lauren.
Laren.
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 It's like, how did you come up with your name?
Oh, we didn't. A lot of people have been calling us that for quite a long time. So if that's what the people wish to call us, then that is the name that we were given.
That's a mighty compliment. I am so sorry. We are a little bit out of the loop. We've been in our sky ship for a little bit of time here. What exactly?
Throw that shade, girl.
How exactly did you
Our
do the type
sky
of a
ship.
blessing?
No flex, but
Hey, you know.
Well, we love meeting fellow adventurers, and forgive me for saying so, but you're one quite with intrigue. Heard you came on that ship that descended from the sky, and that is quite amazing. You must indulge us with the regales of great mighty heroes that you are.
Luden will look over at Luther and be like, huh. Or I see you still have your shadow. Got rid of mine. He'll be like, oh yeah, mine. I kind of got rid of mine. It's been a couple of months now. What's it like to still have one?
Right, Luden.
Got rid of it, or did it leave you?
Yeah. Same difference, Finn. Same difference. Also, what does that tattoo mean on your face?
He just kind of looks at you. And he's like, you know, it's a little personal. I'd rather not talk about it. At this point,
Right.
Zelen looks a little bit.
Luden feels seen for what? Like, you know what? That was rude of me to ask. You're so right. So right.
Zelen will look a little uncomfortable at some point, and Cadme will just kind of look over at Zelen, and she'll go, No, I am fine. Everything is wonderful. And Cadme just kind of looks over at Zelen. I know that look, Zelen. You're not fine. It's okay to feel this way. Zelen looks up at Cadme. You're right. We do not hide anything from each other. We are stronger together. Well, we almost lost Eula in our last battle, and I'm just a little shaken. I care for you all so very deeply. Zella and Eula and Cadme have this group hug together after, just reassuring that no matter what happens, they are all gonna be okay.
Guys, we need to get that close. He's like, gross.
Everybody else in the party except Finn is just like,
yeah, he's like, aww.
Almost about to puke.
Okay, that's my thing. Yeah.
You were asking what we had done recently. We actually have a storyteller with us ourselves, and I know he knows exactly how to tell of our great victory that we just had in the skies. He has been itching to tell the story, if I understand correctly.
Oh yes, please indulge us with the tale.
Is Cassius still here with us?
Cassius is not doing the story for you. I'm not talking to I am not talking to myself for like 30 minutes straight.
Prayaria splashes Samson a little bit, like, go on. There you go.
Yeah, so anyway, here, so y'all gather around, go around, just come get a drink.
They're already there. They're already sitting around.
Yeah. We all got drinks. So we'll tell our story first, and then you can tell us what happened with whatever those ears were. A very strange thing. Apparently, it's altruistic and saving the trade routes. Anyway, so we met this gentleman, or his name was Grom, and he got in good with this fantastic captain named Addie. She's amazing and terrific. And they have the airship, one of a kind. I don't know if you've seen it. Everybody's kind of talking about it. No big deal. And so anyway, we helped them to get that. And then we were flying here all the way from Digbrand. Crazy, I know. And we got attacked by this giant snake in the sky. Never seen anything like it before.
They're all just kind of like, oh.
I know, it was crazy. And we were fighting it, and everything was going great. And there we were on the cusp of just slicing it out of the air and watching it fall to its doom. When all of a sudden, we knew that this was a good creature. So we kept it alive and let it go back to its family.
Luda's gonna be like, no, we
No, because
Samson, you're misremembering. Wait,
No. You were. Luden got knocked out halfway.
what?
Luden got knocked out halfway through.
Luden will just start to like look at all of the, because he still has all his gear on, so he'll start to look at like the poisons that he got on.
Samson takes Luden's head in one hand and Finn's in the other and just pushes them into the pool.
So we're calling these new creatures sky serpents, and we hope to one day use horses to carry carriages across the open air, and maybe make our trips on our airship faster. That's how good of friends we are with them now. It's amazing, but what we're going to be able to do for all of Aroria.
But what about
That
the
is
whole?
so amazing, so wonderful to hear. Just the way that you speak about it, so much passion.
It was such an amazing event. I'm really excited. What did you guys do?
Well, do you want to tell? And Alaren just kind of looks at you all and he goes, well, we've been keeping the roads safe for bandits. Fighting off pirates in the middle of the ocean, just came back. Sailed through the harrowed gulf and survived. Saved priceless art and artifacts from a ship that was pulled into the harrow from a nasty storm. And we also rebuilt an entire village northwest of the Shepherd's Pass after a swarm of fire elementals destroyed it. But those are just a few of our exploits. I'm sure you don't want to hear us talk about ourselves all evening.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to tell us about mundane adventuring. We know all about that.
Yeah.
Tell us about the big story.
At this point, the ranger Luther looks over at the half-elf cleric Eula, and he goes, "Oh, Eula, we better get to bed early. We have training together in the morning." Eula just beams at Luther. What are you gonna teach me this time? Luther pulls 3 arrows out of his quiver and he winks and he goes,
In the pool?
"Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, in the pool."
I hate these guys.
3 arrows out of the quiver and he winks and he goes, "I'll teach you how to shoot 3 arrows at once with unparalleled accuracy." Eula just like claps their hands with giddiness. Yay! I'm so excited. Oh, that reminds me, Luther, I finished the lines in the sands. And they pull out a book from their pack and hand it to him, and he smiles and he goes, "I can't wait to read this, Eula. Thank you. No spoilers now." And they both laugh at each other. And Eula looks at Luther and goes, "Oh, I promise not to spoil it, but I can't promise that Chunk won't spoil it."
Who's Chunk?
I hate every new thing I learn about these people.
Who is Trump?
Oh, that's my hippo.
Oh, you have a hippo.
Objectively better.
Wait, how did you?
Is it a small hippo?
Well, I got him when he was a baby, but
teacup.
he's getting bigger now.
You do know how big? Okay, never mind. I don't even know that.
Yeah, Luden like suddenly, like as they're talking, is slowly like his heart, like it was still beating really fast, and it just slowly like do, like all like your fast paddling, like all that stuff has just gone down. And he's just standing in the pool, arms crossed now, and just being like,
Luden, look at what we could be. Look.
This could be us, but you play it, man.
Yes, exactly.
Luden looks over at Finn and be like, "We're the leveled up versions of that. Let's not stoop."
I drink the
And he'll go back.
At this point, like a couple more
Right.
conversations are had before.
I want to talk to Zelen real fast.
Okay.
Just, you know those things that girls do at parties where they sit next to each other, but they hate each other, but they want to look like they like each other, so they're just pressed up against each other. So we just arrived, as we said, and it sounds like you're new in the area too. We're going to be here just a couple of days. Would you like to meet for breakfast tomorrow? Talk about opportunities in the area?
Oh, yes, that does. That sounds so very wonderful. I love your outfit. I love how you just wear anything.
They are vestments of my holy purpose. Are you a god-driven woman or an infidel of some kind?
Clip that, please.
Somebody, please.
Get him.
I'm so
Get
sorry.
her.
I couldn't hold a straight face.
Esperise with the clapback. Take a D8 of psychic damage from that, please.
Haymaker.
Luden's
yes,
writing that down.
Oh no, that's
good.
not a
He
place
is
to
right.
write it.
That was so
He doesn't
good.
care. He is like, it's just all one motion.
Yes, I worship the four gods, the true gods, you know, before the new masters of the weave basically adulterated religion as it is known.
Wow.
Mm. Mm.
While this is happening.
Mm.
While this is happening, let me go back to my notes here.
I feel like I need a break from this.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I think this is probably a good point for us to take our break. We are a little bit past where our break time is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna take our break. When we get back from our break, we're gonna pull the winner of our Cherry Dice Vault 9 rounds giveaway. So if you haven't entered, remember you have to be a follower to enter. And then also, we're gonna pull the winner at the end of our break, and it's command loot to enter. So we will see you all in just a moment. All right, be back in a second.
Yo.
All right, let's pick the winner of
What's up,
this
what's up?
giveaway.
Reynard.
The winner.
Reynard is the winner.
Apocalypsis, you have won the Cherry
Woo!
Dice Vault from 9 Rounds Gaming.
Congrats.
We will send you a message or contact information of sending that out to you at the end of the set, either at the end of the session or in the morning tomorrow. Because I know usually we don't usually leave the computer until 12 in the morning. So we'll send that to you. Congratulations!
Woo!
All right, jumping back in as you are all sitting in this pool, meeting Aroria's blessing, the group.
The Earth 2 versions of us.
The Earth 2
There you go,
versions
Earth
of
2.
you.
They still haven't explained how they're Aroria's blessing either, but we'll get that out of them.
Why aren't they? Is the question.
Well, you're not gonna get anything out of Luther. I know that for sure.
You all are kind of like talking and have these conversations together, and Finn, Luden and Prayaria, and of course, Eula, Cadme, and Luther see there's a tired and bloodied individual kind of stumbling into the tavern. The patrons kind of stir and whisper to one another. You see Jamil, the tavern keeper, kind of rushes up and has some of his workers aid the man. And they rush him off into the back room to tend to his wounds.
Luden casts Goodberry and goes like, I mean, I might be able to help a little bit, and starts walking towards there.
Me too. I know surgery.
Starts walking towards the bloody man.
Your doppelgangers follow soon.
Like,
Jamil eventually comes back out from the back room, shaking his head in frustration, and he looks up at you four approach, and he says, "What both a grand and terrible day in one. Another trade route, prey to the remoras. Feeds upon all who travel it. And those that risk not following the main road find them swallowed up in the sands."
I think we can kill that thing.
Wait, what is it?
We can kill it.
He looks at you, and Luther's like, "We're pretty capable. Consider it done." And Jamil looks up and he goes, "And And that is the grand part of my day. 2 very capable adventuring parties in my tavern this day.
Consider it done.
Seems this work interests you.
Yep.
Luther's like, speak no more. Consider it done. And with 2 adventuring groups on the case, you are assured success.
Wait, what is this thing?
Like, don't worry about it, Finn. We killed things bigger.
At this point,
I mean, I guess we did.
At this point, Alaren walks over, and Luther
I'm following Alaren. I've been spending a lot of time talking to Alaren during this conversation.
Alaren goes, we'll free your trade routes from the tyranny and villainy that is the Rumoraz. And
Yeah.
Jamil...
We've done great things, our party. You know, can pull up Samson. The competitiveness that you guys saw at when we all did the fighting one-on-one is just like clearly shown all over Luden's face now. He's just like, he's back in it. He's like,
we were just as competitive when we were playing the Bachelorette as well. So
okay, but this is, yeah, okay, I guess that too. But it's all over Luden's face. He's much more team player right now than he usually is, you know.
Jamil looks at you all and says, "You will be rewarded for your efforts, of course. Take proof it is slain to Kivan. He manages much of the trade in Sable. He frequents a local specialty store, Alluring Embers. You should find him there."
It's a person?
No.
I'm sorry, your accent's a little thick. What was the name?
Kevin.
Kevin.
He's telling you once it's slain, take proof to Kevin, and he will reward
Oh,
you.
I was like, we're killing
At
it.
the Alluring Ember.
Oh yes. Well, that's it. What is this thing? You said it was I think Finn was asking. Said it's a Remoraz?
A Remoraz, yes. It's a disgusting insect, millipede-like, or centipede-like creature. Very, very large. It swallows many things whole. It can swallow a cow whole. That is the type of creature this is. Very aggressive.
I take my hand and I kind of I touch Alarin on the arm, like, Alarin, have you ever fought anything like that before?
I don't remember things in the monster manual. Oh yeah, loads of times.
We held something similar with Sky Serpent upstairs.
Oh,
Well, when we were on our sky ship.
The one that you set free.
Mm-hmm. Because it was nice.
Well, what if this
Luden's just like,
becomes-
we murdered him.
What if this is? Maybe we could make friends with it too.
One's right. I don't think
This is,
sometimes things are they're just out of place. They're not necessarily, bad.
Perhaps not, but I do hate to see the trade routes plundered, right? Of course, the man that you just saw come in, he was delivering some glass bottles to us. We have a vineyard upon the coast, and those bottles are used to stopper the wine. And now we are without, so hopefully our shipment of wine will sustain long enough before we are able to stopper some more.
Well, it sounds to me like both of our groups are interested in taking you up on this opportunity. Zelen and I were just discussing having breakfast together tomorrow morning, with each other having breakfast. Why don't we all meet at dawn, friendly breakfast, and we begin at the same time?
That sounds good.
I'm glad you think so.
Yes, I'm not sure that the entire planning can take place over breakfast. Alvarin, why don't we go back to your room and we can kind of discuss a little bit further as clear leaders of our individual parties. We'll go back to your room and, talk it through over there for a little while. Yes?
That can be arranged.
Let's go. I take his arm.
Is Samson gonna bang himself?
I'm gonna try.
Oh, he would.
He's gonna try.
Not surprised.
He's gonna try. Like,
I love this guy.
he's gonna give it a shot. I think they do try to do a little bit of planning, but Samson is going to attempt to seduce Alarin.
To seduce Alarin, which is essentially himself.
So he'll succeed.
He knows exactly what to say.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to do it.
So, like, we've all been on the road for a little while. We're between adventures. We know we're about to go on another one. Yeah.
Okay.
Luden could just not as he sees the two walking. He's just losing more and more respect for Samson. Just he's not taking this seriously. Like these people think that they're better than us. Like, oh my God, Samson.
He is taking it seriously, though. They're gonna go plan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Finn, you're absolutely right.
Good night. I'll see y'all in the morning. No time to educate.
So the Auroria's blessing goes up to their chambers and quarters, and
Which is across the hall from our chambers.
Does Luther have his own room? That's the real
of course
question.
he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have his own room.
How else would they have their book club?
How else would they have their book club? Exactly. He doesn't have his own room.
Why would he want to be apart from his best buddy?
Exactly.
That's cool. Y'all have it.
So, the rest of this evening, Prayaria, you will eventually go up to the room at some point, and when you do, are you alone, or would you like the company of your friend and or friends with you?
Roll a wisdom save.
I mean, I guess she would be. There's Mountain, of course, but
you could choose to, maybe you want to retire early or something, or maybe you just go and retire with the rest of the group.
But I guess she would. Everyone's already dispersing things, right? So
Samson went back to
is attempting to
Alarin's
bang
room.
himself.
Is attempting to bang himself.
Okay, well, if anyone else went back to the room, then I guess. But I'm guessing she would be by herself.
So you want to be by yourself?
I don't know. Is it about to be a bad thing?
You don't know.
Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, I'll just be by myself. Yep, she's by herself.
Okay.
All right, I don't like.
Oh, wow.
The way she said that. All right, your funeral.
What I'm okay. So as the DM, what I'm allowing to happen is I'm allowing you to have another person there if you would like to share the experience that I'm about to present to you with someone else. I recognize that you as a player play off of other people really well, so I'm allowing you another person to be there if you would like, or you can experience it alone. Complete transparency here.
Okay. Okay, then I guess I would like someone there because I now feel very I feel scared.
Okay. Who would you like with you? Can't be Samson for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And it can't be Luden for obvious reasons.
I look to him for emotional support. He's just over there like you got this. I'm handling this. Just flirting with himself. Okay, how about Finn?
Okay.
So, Finn, you and Prayaria at some point return back to the room. Together.
Mm-hmm.
To check on the animals, I guess.
Uh-oh, the music's changing.
That's never good.
Good sign. It means it's gonna be a happy scene.
Oh yeah.
Prayaria.
Uh-huh.
Once more, you feel a tremor in the earth. Your long ears perk up. There's a crack in the floor, and some of the tiles go flying. The crack moves up the pillar, up to the ceiling, and another crack as a tile falls from the roof, and a small hole about the size of a softball is visible. You see this, both of you, you see this too, Finn, this Jumanji-looking plant vine slither its way out of the hole. It arches up, and the stalk growing stronger in order to hold the weight of the bloom that's about to form. It swells. And you see once more a large, glowing, yellow angel's trumpet begin to bloom before you. The flower unfolding and stretching into its funnel fluted shape. It glows brighter and then dims. It's much dimmer this time. And once more, but this time whispered, panicked, you hear the voice of your very young but favorite sibling, Gwynn. Ria, please. Ria, please tell me you're there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Gwynn? Gwynn, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm here.
Ria, where have you been, Ria? Merhet's cry, and she could not find you. And she see you in sky, and I cannot send plant to sky, Ria. I cannot send plant to the sky.
I'm sorry. What has happened?
The roots die, Ria. It is so dark. They scream. The shadows they take, they are gone. Merhet, tell Gwynn to hide. Gwynn, hide. Hear screams. Gwynn, try not to cry. Cannot see. So dark. Gwynn is alone. Gwynn is hungry.
What do you mean?
Gwynn is scared.
Where is Merhet? Farad, where are they?
They take them. Wish Ria were here. I don't know where to go. I am alone, Ria. No.
When?
Ria, please, Ria. I don't want to die, Ria. I don't want to die. No!
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen to you. I promise nothing will happen. When?
Let go! Asfajimade! Your name rings out in your mind. You watch the flower retract into itself, disintegrating into acidic juices that drip down toward the floor. The words as Fawad Jawade, the last words you hear Gwynn say, ring out. The words of your people. What do those words mean, Reyna? You can think about that. You don't have to answer now. This is something that you can kind of mull over. But those are the last words that you hear.
Pray? What? Who was that? What was going on?
Prayaria is very much at a loss for words. I feel like any magic that she would have would be lashing out, kind of like she's very out of control at this point. I have to go home. I have to go home.
Wait, you can't. Not yet. I mean...
No, not now. I have to go now.
But... Wait, we can help you. Who was that somebody you knew?
That was my that was when my sibling, my younger.
Your
Something
sibling?
terrible has happened. I have to go now.
Should we let the others know? Maybe we can. Maybe we can all go.
Prayaria looks like she's going to throw up.
Here, sit down. At least.
She's just heavily breathing, trying to make sense of anything that's just happened.
Pray, something was going after her. Is that something you might know what it is? Has this happened before?
No, there. Before I leave, my mère had she told something was coming, something that would destroy our home. I thought I could stop it. If it's already there, then what did I leave? What was any of it for? Why did I could have been there.
Because we can still stop it, right?
How do you know?
Because we've stopped plenty of other things before. There's no saying we can't.
Not always in time. That was too late. But I was too late.
We heard her. And Finn stops. He's kind of trying to figure out what to say because he knows too, like, it's not like he can assure her that they might not be too late. How far away is your home?
Is there like a map or anything? That we would have?
It's like it would be northwest of your current location. You would have to pass through the Shepherd's Pass, which is on the. It would be after, like, it would be on the way to Sable and then past.
Okay. And it is north and west of here. I've never been this far away. I'm not sure how long.
How many days do you think it would take for us to get there?
How many days is it to Sable?
It's probably like 5 days to Sable from here.
If we maybe faster if we don't stop.
I'm sure the group wouldn't mind heading there. It was probably on our way anyway, and if we get there in time, maybe we can find out who did that. We can save them.
Prayaria just nods frantically. She's kind of like curling in on herself.
If she allows, Finn will kind of put his arm around her to try and comfort.
She's not really registering it, but she's not moving away either.
Okay.
And with that, you guys take your long rest. And I think that's where we should probably end tonight's session. Ending a little early.
What?
I think that's where we should probably end tonight's session, on that note.
Why the cliffhanger?
It's gotta end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Reina?
My babies. My siblings. Where's my family? I'm good. I'm fine. Yep.
So
Okay, well, I'm not fine, so...
I
That's
thought
cool.
about maybe
Clear.
I thought about maybe continuing, but like I'm not sure if we're ready to jump from that into like, you know,
Millipede battle.
Samson walking out with his red polo shirt after paying himself.
Yeah, somebody else's pants.
Yeah.
So see you in 2 weeks.
Wow! What? Wow!
Excellent. Oh my god.
Yeah, see you guys in like roughly a week. No, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. 'Cause it would
Oh my
be
god.
2 weeks until the next episode. So we end on this cliffhanger after hearing not Aroria, geez, Prayaria's sibling. And all
Get
of
abducted,
that.
taken style. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's thank our new followers here. Thank you, Welky Hulk for the follow, Aranash for the follow, Radger89 for the follow, Andy Boy for the follow, Ackler Q for the follow, Tigerbird8 for the follow, Clat J for the follow, Bishoy for the follow, Tweeter00256, Hyperactive Studios, Two Dumb Brothers, Inhuman666, DJ D'Amico, and Plagueware for the follow. Let's see. If you love the cast, of course, you can make sure to use that command FateCast to follow all of our cast here on Fate's End. If you enjoy the show, please consider supporting us with a sub or use that free Twitch Prime sub. Again, it takes a lot of work to bring you this content every week, and we want to make sure to keep bringing you on awesome content every week. You can use Command YouTube to catch up on all of our shows that have been archived. And then, of course, it's Loot Week, so join us again tomorrow and Wednesday for some more chances to win some awesome goodies. Of course, tomorrow is our Twisted Veil show, which is our Through the Breach Malifaux campaign. Very steampunk, dark, spooky, horror-esque type world. Deanna plays in that show. You can also, and that is at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. And then Wednesdays is our Iron Valor show. We are wrapping up our Curse of Strahd campaign on Iron Valor with our campaign finale. We're fighting Strahd Wednesday, so join us Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for that. And no short rest this week. And from that, we will see you guys again, not next Monday, but the Monday after that. I think I said it was the 14th. I wrote it down. I put it in here somewhere.
Yep.
I think it's the 14th. I think it's the 14th. Anyways,
14th.
so yeah, we're gonna find someone to raid here.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'll find someone in just a second. Then we'll
Okay.
go.
All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll move on to ending stream screen. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks for more Fate's End. Bye, guys.
Bye.